It looks like we're live. Let's go. Let's talk about ETH around the world. I named this our Fireside Chat number one of many. Excited to chat with y'all here today. What's up, guys?
How you doing? Back in the building. Yes, loving it. A little fireside. You guys have been cooking. What's going on? What's the word?
How you doing,
Not really
Maseo?
okay.
I'm doing well. I like this way more than Restream already. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fine. We can move. I'm good with
I just
that.
like
I
I'm
like the
looking at
purple.
my head is in move. Like my head would lag on every video. I look like
That's true. That's why I said we should switch over.
uh, I look. My computer looks so high functioning.
W upgrades.
Oh,
W
also, you
upgrades.
want to send me that stream together, B? This is a good
Yes.
like casual like it's okay if like there's some tech issues. We started 30 something minutes late, but that's okay. We live. We're here for a little bit at least and yeah, well, I'm really excited to actually dive into what I think we can really rock out here for the rest of this year. There's been a lot of fun things going on with tech. And I think where each of us stand in this current on chain media space in one way or another, we each have different perspectives on it. So I'm excited to just like start the knowledge sharing between the three of us side and build that context for our community.
Hell yeah,
Most.
I'm doing
Most
well.
definitely.
I know you asked and I appreciate you sharing that. I am excited about this Restream. I'm not gonna lie. I think StreamYard. I know I told you guys I did my first ever episode of my podcast using StreamYard in my college dorm with a guy who was a chef at the restaurant I was working at, and his name was Miguel Balbuena. Shout out to Miguel. And I told all our coworkers, and the video didn't save, and they looked at me like I was a fool. But look at me now. No, but I'm excited to be here, and I'm really interested, Zal, in hearing. I know we're 30 minutes late, and I'm apologizing for some of the delays, but I'm glad that we're still here. We've done, I think, 4 episodes of the podcast now. You guys have been gracious with me as I've been figuring out different things. And I'm just like excited that we're kind of finding some kind of stride. We've got Gift managing social, shout out to Gift. Fidecio clipping stuff up for us, and we're getting stuff up on Instagram daily now, which is exciting, and Twitter, and she's about to start posting to TikTok too consistently. So a big shout out to Gift, really holding us down and making it easy. It's nice when I'm doing other stuff and I get notification that we posted somewhere. I said, let's go. Gift is in the building. So it gives me some reassurance that the systems are working, that the team is working. And I'm really curious, right? Well, what can we do to be building on Farcaster? They're saying Farcaster's back. So how can we be, exploring that?
They are not saying Farcaster is back. The general consensus on the so-called crypto Twitter is very negative sentiment towards Farcaster. So I think it's like the perfect time for each of us, not only in like the crypto general ecosystem, but also the Farcaster ecosystem over there, for us to each take our strides. Because I think there's specific places where I believe that we could leverage each one of our biggest strengths with that ecosystem specifically to exemplify what each of us do with this technology, whether that be in helping with the more organizational red tapey tasks, or by creating tools and tooling that our community can leverage and learn from the process of building.
Okay, I think that felt a little bit wordy to me. But I think that Farcaster maybe isn't super lit, right? But I think that it is
That's
like
true.
grassroots community of builders, right? It's like people
Exactly.
who are long ETH, who are
Well
long
said.
decentralization, right? Who are long tech that's like pluralistic and composable. Like I'm bullish on Farcaster
Forward.
because it's the foundation, right? Like you can build your own UI, I can build my own UI, we can build our own clients, right? Like, and it can all still be connected. And I fuck with that. So honestly, I think even if Farcaster is quiet, I think it's still the tools that could be the foundation for a future social. And I think like there's no reason not to be building there, especially when that's where the capital is at. I would say at least like the aligned capital. There's always capital in the casino too, but I feel like the builders with capital who are thinking long are on there. So I like that.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
it's been kind of slow motion over there for me recently, but I'm gonna get back into it. Z is single handedly pulling me back into the fray, so I'm grateful for that.
What kind of stuff you guys been doing? You guys did like the hackathon thing, right? Like the agentic hackathon bootcamp thing.
So I ended up starting a project, which I am still excited to continue, and running into specific roadblocks with not the necessarily technical issues, but some things coming in. And I still think I might try and submit a snap for Let's Talk About ETH, which were just released in this last week.
Okay.
And
So wait,
submit
break
that
down,
for the hackathon.
break down what a snap is.
Well, yeah. Do you want to just share the screen, Brian? It might just make it easier. Okay.
Yes.
So Farcaster posted this 8 days ago. It's snaps. And this specific snap is a snap to explain and showcase what snaps can do. It's essentially a way that you can interact with your feed live, and create different games and different tools of things you can do in the feed. So, you know, there's a ton of things. I don't know what to start with. Typography and layout. Oh, get started.
But,
Oh,
like,
I see. That's cool.
Why is this interesting? Like what the fuck is a snap?
Well, so that's what we're going
It's interesting
through.
to the bigger like Farcaster ecosystem because it's kind of a return back to the mini apps. So we had the mini apps, and then the mini apps kind of evolved into bigger apps.
Yeah,
So
frames in the mini apps. Yeah.
So we're kind of back at that frames part, but it's a little bit easier now that we have the AI coding side and the agentic side and the whole Claude bot era and the lobsters and everything like that. So it's kind of full circle moment, but people are excited about it because it's a little bit of nostalgia mixed with new building tools. So
okay, that's cool.
So like I just submitted, this is just in my social feed. I just submitted some answers and it received those answers in a form and is sharing them, and we can see data visualization of what my weekly casts per channel are. And this is again just something that they created to showcase what the potential of this is. And this is all just code that's in the backend that you could create for yourself or your platform, right? Where your community user creates and clicks something and they get customized data about themselves because the social graph is built in. That's the power of the Farcaster ecosystem. So creating this primitive and bringing it back to frames gives not only the opportunity to create cool things like mini apps, but actually keep it in the feed as opposed to having to go to a completely private different browser. And I think that's super powerful. So this is showing like, maybe it's everyone because that's way too many casts for me. But it's showing a heat map here and you can kind of just dive in and see more. So then they created this specific FAQ guide to just show more of what you could do. So you could create a open URL, you can create an open mini app, you can create a view cast, a view profile, and you can do this for each and every one of yours. So let's say Maseo, for example, we created a cast that was about this specific conversation about snaps, and we snipped it.
So make one.
And posted.
Make one. Let's make one.
Well, okay. I mean, I need to pull out the other computer, but we can do it. Why don't you share a little bit more of your experience there, Onaji, of what you've seen in the last 8 days?
Yeah. I like that because I think it'll be nice for people to be able to see like what you're talking about. Because even I'm hearing you, but it's still kind of.
I'll just show you already.
On Firecaster specifically, or what do you mean? What do you mean? What I've seen in the past week?
Yeah. With this specifically.
A lot of people just brainstorming some cool ideas. I don't know. It has, I think, it has like a lot of limitations, but it has a lot of extra new features and functions just from the agent side. Go ahead.
So I made this, right? I created a snap for Duodo, who are Clementine and Santiago, who are on our COC Concerts 3 when they were just starting their crowdfunding for going to FarCon, and they got a chance to share. It was awesome. It was great to like see their journey of raising and getting to be able to go to Rome. And throughout that, they created a mini app. So I shared this from that. And I don't know where the original one was, but essentially I was able to create it in such a way that anyone could share this link. It's just a URL. And from that link, okay, here. So it's duodo-snap.vercel.app. If you casted this right now, this would go live to yours. And everything like this embed where I could click on one of their names, go immediately to their profile, be able to interact or follow them if I wasn't. Man, this is annoying. Since I'm scrolling down my dang, I should have clicked on the actual post. But yeah, so that's one of the ones I made because you can go to their profiles, you could go to their mini app, you can check out their music. And so like you press this one music button and you go to listen on Tortoise. They're creating a new song at FarCon, and
What's
you get Tortoise is a mini app on Farcaster that you can put your music up as an NFT.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So there's this listen button and support button. So you essentially could, yeah, okay, cool. It'll bring up the mini app, which is Tortoise. And it didn't bring up the song specifically, unfortunately, but one of the songs on the trending is their song here, Duodo Yama. And yeah, it's just like a nice, simple mini app created by Matt Lee that lets you put out music NFTs. It's been around for a while. It's definitely dope. He's built a bunch of cool upgrades in total, and it's a really cool platform. I have 27 tracks. It does. It's called Tort. It's a clanker. It's a lot.
Can we see yours?
Yeah, sure.
So people collected your songs on here?
No. I collected these.
Oh, interesting. And they're all like
2.005? Yeah, exactly.
Is this the platform you're most bullish on? I still have like my hoodie from Catalog, the NFT platform.
And, no, it's the only music like big. It's the biggest music community by far on Farcaster. There's not really any others, and he's doing some really cool things. Definitely bullish on the tech here, right? Like the cool thing the reason I love it is, for me, I could like pick this song that Jose performed this weekend at COC Concerts 4, and I could go in and I could press share and feed, and it automatically will, with one button press, create a link to this. Is specifically a mini app, but I'm going to post this. And essentially, it'll say, check out this. I could go in and I could type if I want to, ZM showing off Tortoise with Onaji, right? Like, and you can just type right in it. And Maseo, I'm sorry. The issue with embeds is that it doesn't auto show your people. So I don't know what your thing is.
Tag him, but not tag me.
Well, I know his thing is at Onaji. I didn't want to type out what your at is. So essentially, my goal here, the issue with embedded cast is it doesn't actually show, like if you do at Maseo, of course it's not going to show it now. Okay, at Maseo, you can click on it. But if you do embed from any kind of share, any auto share, if you type in at, it just doesn't work. And that's a bug. But yeah.
Okay, he didn't want to type out ETH. I respect it. Apparently,
I also just didn't know the exact one. But
Mike Good was checking me out on the Nouns feed, and he said, "Oh, is this really you?" And then he said, "Your ENS is expired." I said, "This guy really looked me up." So next time I get some ETH in my wallet, I'm doing my ENS.
I'm crying. Is your ENS really expired?
Apparently, I got it.
It's been that long. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about picking up? That was like one of the biggest beefs I had was like the subscription model of having to go in and.
Yeah. Honestly, I agree, but I got $8,000 from that airdrop. So forever, I'm like, they paid for me to have an ENS for a good while. So that's how I see it.
Talk about
So
it.
I'm going back
So
to get that thing again.
there's
Sorry,
this snap created by the GM Farcaster team where you can press explore explore Farcaster lore earlier recent. So I'm going to press show me a featured cast from the most recent, and it's showing something at Beninem. Said nice, replace with a little bit of free money with a lot of bit of free money like it on at some point here. So I don't know. It looks like this cast is no longer in this channel, so I don't know if
I heard
that
DJ
worked as it was supposed to, but I do know that the founder of DGen is creating a bunch of cool things and shipping. So
everybody's saying that DGen's back.
I do think that okay, here we go. Here's one of the cool ones. This is one that you should go. Like I'm gonna tag you.
Tag me.
And we're gonna essentially like you can press follow dev. So we're going to another channel where the dev who created this sent over his X, which is a little weird because it doesn't seem to work. But you can press on follow on my follow on X, and that'll take you to your personal X account. So
that's
it
cool.
pulls up a tab that says follow Better Call Saul on X, and then let's say you go and press share yours, it'll pull your X from your account.
Okay, cool. So I'll do that. I'll set mine up so that way it could be on my page.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then this is one I created, right? So recently, me and two friends bought a noun, and we decided that a way to start sharing more of how we were deciding to do governance with that noun was using a Farcaster channel. So we created this Farcaster channel called Noun 1797. And essentially what I created was a snap that lets you share any noun by typing in their noun ID and press, I think it was share. I don't know what it said, but it's now going to go query the nouns. Oh, I think the older you do, the harder it is to find. So we're going to do 1798, the next one after. And if you press show now, it'll essentially, the goal is to bring it up and give you an opportunity to share that. So I shared this because this is our noun, 1797.
And it tells you about
like
the governance choices, like their votes?
No, it doesn't tell you anything. It's just like a nice, simple little snap that lets you just share it and look up anyone. Doesn't seem to be loading very fast.
You, like, what proposals they voted on or put up, and you could like read.
Well, we could make that, but then it gets like, how big do you want to make a bunch of stuff clunky in your feed, right? Like that's its own thing. Okay,
but I think it's
it looks like I did something wrong
like
here.
An album, though. Like, this is an album. If it populated like an album and you could scroll through, and there were like little scrollable sections. I don't know. I think it's cool though.
1,000,000%.
So should we make like a let's talk about ETH Farcaster channel?
We should.
And then have it be like an AI agent that automatically recasts anything that we post into that channel. So it aggregates all three of our content and we can still post in our personal channels.
We could.
Do you know how we would build that?
Yeah. I don't think it'd be that difficult. We could do a co-build.
I like that. I would get on sometime in a co-build. I don't know how I build it, but you could tell me what to do and I could learn in real time. And
I just need someone to talk while I'm doing the work.
Dictate as Maceo builds.
No, vice versa. I need you to dictate so that I can lock in.
Okay, I like that.
Naji's there. You guys can have a conversation. He's always has trouble when I share my screen. We're coding and he's trying to have a conversation with me. It's hard. So it's like, unless the AI is thinking, but the way I work with my brain is I'll pull up multiple terminals so that while one's going the other, I mean, a lot of people do this and there's like way better and more efficient ways to do that. But yeah, that's kind of some of the things I'm thinking about. I think there's a lot of power in the channels. We had a Let's Talk About Web3 channel. So it does say LTAW3 and you can't change channel names. So we could either decide to use that for now or pay $25 and actually brand it with our name, which isn't that bad. And I think we should just rock it. I just never got around to it. I do think we should do it. We should just do it and make it. And then the agent part is its own challenge, but that's what this agentic bootcamp is for. So one of the things I'm going to do as content is going to go through each and every one of these YouTube videos from the Agentic Bootcamp and kind of try and dive in, because they're all less than an hour. So if I put an hour plus to a stream time frame for me, like I can explain it, we can pause, go through things, answer questions. We can the goal is to for me to create something where I can pop the transcript with me transcribing into my AI of some of these things to add it to our context, but it'll also be a really good education opportunity of Farcaster 101, the other parts of that. So this first one is just Farcaster 101, but then there's so many great valuable lessons that different Farcaster and ecosystem builders came in and shared. So it was just a great valuable source of knowledge for any builder or any artist in Web3 or kind of anyone. So it's Farcaster specific in the beginning because there's a lot of benefits to that, and that's where the first two episodes come in. Farcaster building blocks and mini apps 101.
What's mini app? What does that mean?
What's up?
What's the life cycle of a mini app? What would that be?
Well, you'd have to watch this video to find out.
Oh, you didn't watch it. I understand.
No, I mean I did, but I couldn't synthesize it nearly as well as this individual did. Right? It literally says mini app lifecycle. And you asked me that question. Well, other people have gone through a lot of mini apps. I've only created mini apps, so I haven't been through the life cycle of a mini app. Right? I haven't had more than 10 users use mini app. I have, but not at one time. Right? So
Maybe goal we our own 3-person hackathon where we just try and build mini apps and see how they do over the course of a month and do reports when we check in on our streams.
Yeah, no, I mean we could definitely do that.
It would push me to get out of my comfort zone because I feel like I evidently haven't done this.
Well, what we should do actually is we should structure that around the Let's Talk About Web3 brand, Let's Talk About Ethereum brand.
Call it a
host. When we do the Let's Talk About Ethereum things, whether they're the things that you have the strengths at, the things that Onaji has the strengths at, the things that I have the strengths at, we could vibe code specific pieces of that and have responsibilities within that. So we each have a portion of the web page that we manage.
I like that. And you're a head developer?
Sure.
I like that. You're like that.
I mean,
you're the main brand.
Claude is gonna be our head developer, but I can be the head orchestrator. Yeah. I'll teach you how to orchestrate as much as I can, and then we're gonna learn things because that's the beauty of share. That's what I've learned with Onaji's streams is the value of everything being done in public of towards your brand. I think that and the live stream mechanism to do that is so easy. And I think that's very powerful. So you said at the beginning, we're both glad to give you the grace of starting to learn what the live streaming side is because it is a whole different beast than just recording things in different capacities. And each of us have done it in our own ways of finding out how we find it into our workflow and have over many iterations learned what works. And there's gonna be ways that you find that you teach us better workflows for what we even do, because we're both so stuck in it in our habits that there's some things that we're just not going to do because we're used to something, but something that could definitely be better if we just spent a week and a half doing it.
Yeah, well, that's all of us, right? I'm learning being here for sure. So I'm excited. I like the live streaming. I'll tell you guys the truth. I feel like I've had fun, and I mean specifically this. I don't really go out and talk to people, right? But I think I like hanging out with you guys and talking to people. I think it's reminds me of why I like doing my crypto podcast before. But I feel like it's fun to have consistent people and bouncing my ideas off of that I respect and feel excited to process things with. So I appreciate that about you too.
Yeah, dude. Let's cook.
I you have to get ready to go, right?
Yeah, I can pop in the chat though and still listen in if you guys want to continue chatting. If we want to continue the conversation, I could probably stay for a little bit longer, but I think that's we could just real quick run through as a whole, what I think I'm going to be going through here in the next few weeks. So yeah, I'm going to be videoing specifically with the content around this Farcaster Agentic Bootcamp. So it starts with Farcaster 101, Mini Apps 101, and then it goes to Agents 101. So those are the first 3 days, super valuable, cursory fundamentals knowledge of all three of those things. Then it starts diving really deep into agents, memory, context, and reasoning. Then give your agent a wallet using Privy, and then starts into week 2, which is the second half, designing the agentic web, which was building agents specifically with Farcaster, Privy, and Nanar, and the value there. Then on the second day, embedded capital and agentic commerce. I think this was using the X402 specifically with Tempo, which is where the past founder of Farcaster went to.
Yeah, Tempo's like that stable coin thing, right?
Exactly. Yeah, with Stripe. And so I think that teaches you a little bit about that.
You want to see what an agent is, though? Like, you're going through all this agent talk, but if somebody's watching and they don't know what an agent is, 60 seconds.
Brian, how would you do it? You're better at synthesizing information. I'll add on to it.
I think agents in this specific context, talking about AI, is just LLMs, the chat evolution for people to have their own LLMs, their own chatbots, being able to be autonomous, do their own things, have their own tools, learn from different documentation, and all that good stuff. So we're just, agents is the new chatbot, really, if you will. Stronger, better, faster, smarter.
Yeah, that's really good. It's definitely just like an advanced chat bot if you think about it at a very basic level. And the advanced part of that is like where it gets super deep. So, like you could definitely dive in more here. I think just watching this would help teach why specifically agents are valuable. Like it's pretty simple here. Agents 101 by Dish and Grin. Dish is the Clanker founder, and I think Grin works for Nanar, who own Farcaster. So yeah, I think this is a great one. Dish explained it really well, and I'm excited to go back through that because there's multiple specific graphs that I want to pause on. And I think it'll be just like, I'm curious to dive deeper into some of the things because there was a lot of things that went over my head and I didn't have the time to I listened either live or through all of them, except maybe one of the last ones or one of the last ones I did recently. And each of them, I wasn't fully undivided attention. So I'm going to do that for this content piece. I think that'll be very valuable for not only me, but my team. But then I'm going to probably put all those episodes up on WAP as well as my YouTube to start my courses. And that's just going to be me POV watching another course, to be honest with you. And there's 3 courses that I need to do here soon. The drone license exam that I'm going to study for at some point here. And then also the ham radio initial, the basic license as well. So those are 2 things that I'm going to do a Zal POV learning and getting through and then hopefully getting licensed at some point soon, and creating that as the content wheel, but also education piece. Cause that's a big part of the kind of content I want to create is I don't really want to just sit here and lounge around and just do things for the sake of doing things. I want to have a purpose. And I think having that purpose tied into goal coming in can be very valuable when you get to the point where you can't focus on those things that you could focus on when you're starting, right? Like how many things have you built in, Onaji, way back when into your bots where you just spent one quick look at it and went back? If you went back tomorrow, spent and I want you to do this, spent one more time in stream elements specifically, because I will watch that because I need that. Oh shit, there's an option here to do this. People, the biggest challenge right now today is distribution of information. That is the biggest challenge. It's so easy to
hear that, Will Downs?
Not go over, right? So there's a lot of value in a lot of different things, but the last few, which was very valuable, this one we should watch together. I think you guys should come in for watching this one. It's April 8th, going viral on Farcaster. Different ways that you can use mini apps to go viral on Farcaster, why it's valuable. April 9th was 804s, with Vito from the Ethereum Foundation. And then the last one, super valuable, April 10th, multi-agent systems, open coordination by Cassie, who's leading this fork of Farcaster. And it was super valuable. It was just basically like at the end, there's free game, like essentially 5 or 6 different platforms you could use that they built, all of it in-house, open source, that you could use theirs or fork up your own with your own hardware, and essentially just free tools. That's like other people in the Web3 space have come in and become middlemen in one way, shape, or form, whether that's for the better or the worse. Like there's definitely friction points that are there with like being a more technical person and understanding it. But the value of AI now is like, if you are determined enough, you can learn it with AI. If you want to do it. You know, you might stumble, you might not do it nearly as fast as a technical person, but you could do it if you put enough like tokens, which is its own thing, and time, right? You can do anything. And that's the thing here now that I think Onaji is super like excited about, like the value of your tokens, how much your token input can value you can get out of the least amount of token input, right? And or none in terms of cost, right? On the end user as well. And Cassie gave like 5 things that they've built that do that for things that people use right now, which I'm excited to just try out. So that 10th one, again, like maybe you should just come on for the whole second week and we should just talk about it. But yeah, I want to go through this. I'm really excited about it.
Watch them, or are you going to rewatch them all?
I watched them all, and I'm going to rewatch them all on live stream. You're welcome to join in for any of them.
Oh, yeah. Just send me calendar invites. If it's in my calendar, I'll move things to be there. I think, like I said, I like doing these things. And most of my life is on my calendar. The only things that aren't on my calendar are like the...
What I need from you, honestly, is I need you to share me your calendar, and I'll share you my calendar, because I can then fit things in better, right? Like that's the like, and that's invasive for some people, right? Like that's a privacy versus like... that's why I said it on live from here, because like I know you probably would have no problem with it, but I think like that part of the ecosystem in Web3 as a whole and blockchain has been eroded over the last 5 years since like I would say the NFT boom of, and this is all my like empirical knowledge post all of this coming in 2023. Like no, like maybe empirical is not the right word. I don't know what that word means. But my knowledge itself like is only 2023 and beyond. So this is all from like other evidence. And like it was a very cypherpunk energy pre maybe even like ICOs, right? Like each like bull has led to a bear market with a lot of cool like users and devs and people who like are very energetic about like what the tech will bring, because there's this chart and it's like the life cycle of tech.
I know you said you needed to go too, so I want to remind you just so you're aware of the time.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to share this one thing and then maybe you guys can talk about it and I'll dip.
No, it's cool. I like that you're here. I just want, in case you forgot, I wanted to tell you.
I just Googled this. This is not the one.
Before you go, I want to do one more thing. Could we watch my the YouTube video I shot? It's like a
let's do it.
Okay, but show us this first.
Versus. So weird. Okay, I wanted like a continuous one. These are all giving me solo ones, which is a little frustrating. But the idea is that at some point there's an idea. There's like, let's say like this is AI today, right? Mm-hmm. Like wherever you look at the bubble, like you could decide we're here. If you're like super pro AI, you could decide you're here if you're super doomer AI, or you could decide you're somewhere along the middle of that. At some point in the future, no idea when, it will come down, right? Like depending on when. Because people are overhyping it based on what the technology is today. Let's say there's another line here with like the actual progress of technology, and it's just like a basic slope. Right? Linear line from this corner to this corner. And it just every day you get better because if you're working on the product every single day, you get better. And that's like the thing that I'm very pro on is like, how can we put as much money into the product as we can and as little into marketing? Because my opinion, my express opinion, is that when you see a platform that has all of their capital into marketing, or just like really good marketing, then I think all of their capital went into marketing. And if that's the case, they're not as focused on the product. And to me, that's like, okay, like that's great for crypto. If you're looking to go make money in crypto, you want to chase the hype, because that's where you get value. And there's so many different graphs you can look at to value that, whether you're looking at just straight trading or you're looking at like other pieces of evidence that help you make decisions on trading, and never mind trading with agents today. But at some point it comes down and there's this trough of disillusionment, which we've had many a times in blockchain, right? Like this has come in and out so many a times. And the goal is essentially it keeps on always having for crypto right now. This will keep happening until eventually it gets to a plateau. The idea with emerging technologies, it'll never plateau and it'll always go up on that like linear path. So I don't know what your guy. I would love to hear Onaji's thoughts on all of what I just said there, because I think there's some pieces that might be wrong. I would love for IC3 honestly to go back through and like give me his opinion on that, especially with AI, because like this and many other graphs are great, like just things to go through. I think the three of us, like Onaji, that sometimes just like does like chart looking at and like looking at market caps and look at all these things. I think those stuff that's super valuable. Sharing screen during live streaming is the best thing you can do. And yeah, I think we're like, you could look at this many times with blockchain, and I came in a trough of disillusionment, which was great because there was a lot of tech builders. We're kind of in its own trough of disillusionment right now, like with crypto as a whole. But like to me, and specifically Farcaster, like you can look even deeper, right? And to me, that inherently means that there is tech somewhere that is valued more than the hype that it's generating right now. And that means that, to me, like that's the best place to get value, because instead of trying to chase hype, you can not have to worry about your emotions and dollar cost average into the things that you believe will do well in the long term, just based on the value of time in the market and long term. But I do still think like I'm building an agent right now to go like chase money, because like I don't have the time for that, but I should definitely build something that does, or at least gives me triggers to like go and check something as a human at a very basic level. And that's where like agents are very valuable. Someone told me in the like SEO to GEO world, SEO stands for search engine optimization. Speaking of which, I had a great conversation with Kenny today, so shout out Maseo for that connect. We're going to create GEO. It's dude, I don't even know exactly what it said. The idea is it's the SEO for the AI internet. I don't know what the terminology exactly stands for. But the idea is you're building for agents to browse the internet as opposed to humans. And if you're focused on that, then you want to make yourself like very AI visible is the idea, right? Just like before you want to make yourself like super Google visible, like now you want to make yourself very AI visible. And that's what GEO is. And in that process, you had like in the past of like past analytics. That was the biggest thing you could ever have of like cookies, right? In like the web period. This is the best thing you could do for yourself. This is what like big companies run on, is data, like at a very basic level, right? Nowadays with the internet today. If you take all of that and you find a way to leverage that as an individual, or in this like owning it, which is what Web3 means and the idea of it, I think that there's so many things we can bring about that's just based on how we can use this technology to better our individual lives and then showcase how we're doing that. And I think that's the best thing you can do with any of this. And when you look at the trading and the speculative side, I don't think that aligns with that mentality. Yeah, that's what I'll leave you with.
Bars. Mic drop.
Free game. Follow us all.
So what I need is an agreement from the three of us. We're going to spend $25. Maybe we'll split it 3 ways. Make it easy. And we're going to make this Farcaster channel, and we're going to have gifts start posting all of the content that you're posting to yours. Or I'll make a bot and we'll make it happen. before next week.
Yeah, I think if we had a bot, that would be ideal, right?
No,
Right now,
do you have a We the Media channel?
Yeah, I haven't given like Gift the login though to the We the Media Farcaster, and my reluctance is the fact that it's kind of a wallet too. So I'm kind of like, it's not that I don't trust her, but I feel like anything can happen, right?
What
And
you want to do is you want to just yeah, I mean, I saw you message recently, but I think like a good thing is just like have her make a Farcaster and start posting it, because all three of us will like post that and share it out, right?
so
On
we can recast that way. I
So
like that.
exactly. So like I think that's the best way to work with people personally, because like you said, like then hopefully that can help them figure out their social profiles as well. Because
Absolutely.
sometimes the people in the background aren't focused on their social profiles. That's been me for a while. That's why I created the Zabal specifically to focus on my social profiles. So yeah.
And now the whole internet will know your name.
Yeah, dude. Like
Big Z.
the branding's always been a big thing for me, of like, how can I build something individually that builds on itself and eventually creates an ecosystem that's forever, like after I go away, after a very long life is the goal. It's still there and able to be successful. And I think learning about impact networks, David Ehrlichman wrote an amazing book.
Is that the guy from
powerful.
Silicon Valley?
No, it's a dude who made Hats Protocol. He's from Haberdashery Labs, I think. He just like people, devs in the Web3 space.
Yeah. I know Hats.
Yeah. So
I had a Hats hat at one point.
That's cool. Right. Okay. I'm a rock. I'll catch you guys.
Wait. You can't.
What are we doing next week?
I'll have it next week. We have the interview with what's his name on Saturday.
Saturday, right? Okay. We should start posting about that tomorrow.
I like that. I should ask him for a picture. Thanks for accommodating the time. But we said we're going to watch this 3-minute video I put on YouTube.
Yes.
So would one of you share your screen so my computer doesn't overheat?
Where'd you share it?
Okay, what's up, Double O? In the chat. I like that. We got what's the name of your podcast? It's like what is the name of him and Ken's podcast? Not Another Bitcoin Podcast. Shout out to Not Another Bitcoin Podcast.
Dope shit.
You guys want to be creators on the We the Media YouTube? You can post any BTS you want.
I already have too many socials that I'm supposed to be posting to.
That's fair. I'm not offended by that. I got a couple homies that were starting to post there. I'm excited about it.
That's good. I created tech that you could put any token you want as a proof of posting to X, Farcaster, and Blue Sky, and have anyone in your thing curated, right? Like right now it only works with Farcaster, but I can just show you right now because I put it with my token.
Go to my YouTube video. You said you
gotta go. Yes. Where is it though?
Oh, you go to the We Them Media YouTube, and it's the most recent.
Gosh, you're gonna make me search it. This is crazy.
What do you mean? Boost my stats.
It just doesn't work like that.
It's all on YouTube. I got an Indian kid running up my searches.
Here.
I'm glad you're mildly humored.
Which one?
I said I'm glad you're mildly humored. Oh, I said it's that right there. What do you think about the USA?
You ready? What's your question? So this is for We The Media, and I'm Maseo. What's your names?
My name's Jake.
G? Jake? Tay? Ayer? Will? Okay. And the question for this week is, what do you think about the United States?
I love this question.
Whatever comes to mind. You could say like stream of consciousness.
I feel like it's bad. Like with Trump, I guess what he's doing to people like our age, I guess like once the military and stuff like that. I feel like that's not good. An aspect for us, like.
Why is that?
Because I feel like I don't know, like certain people. I feel like I don't know. I feel like if you want to go to the military, you should go to the military. But other people, they got other like careers or pathways they want to do. So they don't that's just taken away from other people. I feel like what they want to do.
So you feel like it's distracting people?
Not distracting people, but it's just like that's like me saying I want to go hoop or something. Like, and I want to go achieve that goal. I can't do that now because I might have to stop that because of the war. I feel like
Are you in the military?
I'm not in the military.
But you're saying if you were in the military.
No, I'm saying if I was to get drafted in the military.
Oh, so you're worried about being drafted specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. What about
That
you?
was the first time he said the word drafted.
Your name was Ted.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I think the money situation. I feel like he upping prices on everything. I feel as though that's like bad, just because people that don't really have it or like is struggling, he's making it more worse for people to live, and he's breaking down places. Like Trump is breaking down a lot of places, and like it's not even helping nobody. Like he's not giving back nothing to the people, nothing. And I feel as though that's just not cool. And I feel as though like he's ruining the whole USA.
Okay, I mean that's valid. What about you?
Everything he said.
You gotta add something. Add something.
Everything he said.
Okay, but add something. Add something.
I don't know what to add. Everything he said.
What do you think about Philadelphia?
I feel like Philadelphia. Philadelphia is it's like I don't know. It's 50-50. It's like I like it, but it's also bad here. It's not the safest place. So, you know.
Okay, if you could ask people around the world one question, what would you ask them?
One question.
Yeah.
One question. I don't know.
Pick anything. Just pick whatever comes to mind. Like 3, 2, 1. Like,
what do you aspire to be? Like,
boom.
What do you really want to get out of life?
Okay, that's a good question.
That's what I would ask.
Okay.
And that's us.
Baller.
I like that. I like that.
I like that. I definitely agree with all the sentiment. Yeah, like it's super on the nose. Like right now, we are. They touch on a lot of current issues, which I think is like what everyone is always gonna feel immediately attention towards, right? Like I don't know.
But I'm excited.
Yeah, it was interesting to see that. I would. Oh, one of the things I thought what you should start doing is you should start asking people if they're okay before you video. If you can ask them where they're like originally from and like how old they are or like what ethnicity they are, because I think it's really valuable that you get a bunch of different cultures. But it'd be cool for me as a viewer to like, I mean, and I don't know how valuable this is or like how comfortable people will be, but like it'd be really cool for me as a viewer to be like, oh, okay, this is where this person is from, and that is what their perspective comes from. Like it could teach me about other people, I feel like, more.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, that's kind of my goal. I think I mean, in most of my videos, to be honest, I've done that. Like I interviewed people from Shanghai. They say they're from Shanghai. They don't say like what year they're born, right? But they spoke a little bit of Chinese, Mandarin. I said like a message to the kids in Mandarin, and they said something. I was happy about that, but they really weren't trying to speak in Mandarin. I'm like, I'm not trying to make fun of you. I just want people to feel like my platform is speaking to them, and like it's not my platform, right? But it's you speaking to them through my platform, right? And that's kind of the goal: the people to engage each other through the platform, right? Like what you guys say, my audience sees because we're doing this show together, and that's cool. And so I interviewed some people in Spanish too. I asked this guy, he says from like Guatemala. So when I talk to people generally, I let them share where they're from and like how they see that and stuff like that. I think it's important, right, to draw that out. But I would say that when it's white people, like I don't always ask, but like the one dude, he talked about racism in Colorado. He said what town he's from in Colorado. He talked about like its past and stuff like that. So I would say more often than not, I would say I do that. I would say some of the people in Nigeria, though, they don't like, they might say speaks a native language, but that doesn't tell you like what tribe they're from or like what language they're actually speaking. And so I would say some of the people that have been submitting from outside the US, it's not always clear who's speaking and what they're saying. Like even the girl from India, Shirzan, I think is her name. She's been posting a lot of videos, but the one or two We the Media videos she did, she did the one for what is Ethereum, and the guy like speaks in straight like I don't even know what he was speaking like Tagalog or something like that. Like I would have no idea, like or Tagalog, I don't know. But I'm just like, you know, I'm unclear. So I would say definitely want to encourage that more. What I'm interested in, right, is I have some friends. Like my friend Devin, he's in North Carolina, I believe. My friend Isaac's in New York. Russ is in Austin. I think it'd be cool for us in these different cities in the U.S. to go out and ask this question, like, what do we think about the USA today, and get like push discourse on U.S. politics, U.S. problems, right, through our platform. And I think it would give people a lot more of a clarity on like what the problems are across the U.S. right now, and like what we're doing in different cities to address them. And I think that kind of gives us a U.S. focused kind of topic. And then in Nigeria right now, there's like major blackouts, right? Apparently, people think there's like just crazy stuff going on like under the guise of these blackouts. And so I think it could be worthwhile, like, and we the media surface, right, this story on what's going on in Nigeria and their kind of political situation and like this infrastructure failure that are kind of seemingly overlapping, and like the U.S. and the war. Like, can we kind of get people in different countries doing that? Oh, Bizol. He's funny.
No, that's a solid headspace that you're in. That's a dope direction that you're trying to take the content. So yeah, keep killing it for sure. Yeah, Z at the dip, it's all good. Hey, co-host in the building. But yeah, I'm on IGB. Brian, founder behind Onaji University. Shout out to the homies that came through today. Got the Tats experience for show in the building. That's what's up. Who else you have? Baby Fanatics came through. Said this about music. No, this podcast right here is about let's talk about Ethereum. What we've been doing for the past few weeks is highlighting stories, highlighting builders in blockchain ecosystem, and most exclusively in that number 2 Ethereum coin, people around the globe that are trying to utilize this blockchain tech to help communities and help humanity out. So it's been amazing. Today we didn't have a specific guest, so it's just us 3 podcast hosts, Better Call Saul, me Onaji B, and my guy Maseo, and we were out here just doing a fireside chat number 1. So it's been a cool little catch up, almost an hour. So yeah, how you feeling, Maseo? What's the word, man?
I'm feeling great. I'm curious, man. Like, how do you think about like how old are you?
Old. No, I'm just playing. 41.
Is it 41?
Yes, sir.
And so how do you think about like I don't know, like how do you think about where you want to take your community? And I guess even more, like, how do you think about building community across generations, right?
I love it.
Especially
I think
given that you're
more
focused on like people of color. Like, what is it like to
I think it's more important than ever, man. I think there's a lot that different generations can learn from each other, old from young from old, whatever, and then just furthering community that way. I think a lot of technology that we have now, you can build a lot in IP and art and in different things that will outlast the communities. And I think it's really cool to kind of have a mission, kind of have a vision that carries on throughout these different generations. So I think that's more important than ever, man, for sure.
That makes sense. And so what do your kids think about all the stuff that you've been up to online, building community, the tech, the streaming?
They're warming up to it. I think it is pretty
it's just me on a live stream, and now I'm saying stuff they don't know who I am, but I'm a sell, yeah. And I'm rapping, freestyling. Where did Onaji go? He is wilding. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'm rapping a little bit while he's gone, and I'm figuring it out. And this is a little freestyle. Get back. He said 2 seconds, and then he'll be back. So now in 2 seconds, I'm gonna rap. I'm a fool. I don't know how to act. Go Maseo. Yeah, that's a fact. I see through the TV. I don't know who you be, but I'm wondering steady. That's the truth. Yes, indeed. And I'm rapping. Let's talk about ETH around the globe. What am I rapping about? No, I don't know. But it doesn't really matter because I'm really just on the road. I'm on the road to the top with Zal and Onaji B. Onaji University, the community, and Zal indeed. That's the Zal, yeah. And we the media, we going proud, yeah. Okay, we going down, yeah. Where's Onaji B? I'm still confused, but he'll be back. That's the truth, I believe, unless he lied to me, and it's just me now. I hope you're all enjoying this sideshow. Yeah, is he back?
He back. You just holding it down. I don't know what just happened to my computer. It just went off completely. It was
I did a little interlude.
I love it. No, shout to you. What did you ask me before I got cut off?
I was asking you about how your kids see all the stuff that you're doing.
Yes. At first, when it was heavily in, because we've been building community since 2022, mostly on the emerging tech side, starting off with the OG PFP. Listen, I'm not freestyling when you vanish on Nigeria Saturdays. Hey, I mean, but this is what we need, man. That's what the people want, man. That's too funny. I think you might though. I think you might. I think
That's
in the
right.
beginning,
That's
especially,
right. I think you might. I like that.
I think you might. No, in the beginning, I think they were just like, okay, this is Brian doing his old man super tech stuff. But as we're diving into the live stream era, just hit that 1 year anniversary, putting the cams on, on the
Oh,
Twitch
congrats.
era, all that good stuff. Thank you, man. Yeah, they're warming up to it. There's been times when we've done some different joint streams with some of the young ones. The cameraman for me a couple times, from different events and stuff like that. So yeah, they're warming up to it, having a blast with me. So I think it's cool. And I think going back to the conversation about like bridging those generations and connecting those generations together. I think different tech tools like that, different places on the net will kind of get you there as well too. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is kind of welcomed in these Twitch communities and stuff. You got to be a little cooler, or else they'll laugh you out the room, and that's how the young people do. And I respect it. They need their safe spaces too. Away from the unks and aunties and stuff. So, but nah, that's a good question, man. They're warming up to it. I think it's kind of getting through and just bridging all the tech together. So like, taking like the Web3 stuff or some of this emerging tech stuff, some of the AI stuff into these web 2, ecosystems, and just live streaming, gaming, all that good stuff. It kind of, a lot of them give me the feedback like, oh, okay, it's kind of refreshing to have like this different little spin on the content, a different way that you're approaching streaming. It's kind of cool to see, you figure it out, but also bring your own little approach in your community to it. So it's cool, man. I think everybody's just learning from each other. It's a classic case of each one teach one, and that's how we're all building together in all the tech. Yeah.
What do you think about? You think people from your community will want to go to Afro Tech this year?
Yeah, I mean, what was that, 2 or 3 years ago when I first went the first time? We did like our first little community meeting there, meetup, and that's when I met a couple of the deans for the first time. That's when I met Boss for the first time. I met Kay, one of the deans, for the first time out there. A couple of the OG whales. That's when I met Sahara Sounds out there. So yeah, we're definitely locked in with Afrotech. It's been Are you planning on hitting that up this year?
I would like to. Sahara Sound, that's like she has like the smart contract auditing thing.
Yes, sir. Rectify AI. Yep, she's been killing it.
I didn't know that she was one of your deans. That's cool.
She's one of the later deans.
Really?
But she's one of the OG whales though, for sure. Yeah.
That's cool.
So she's big time supporter for sure.
I kind of got her rugged a little bit. I told her she should pick up a meme coin, the air
wow
crash 747, and she picked it up and she said she lost like a couple $1,000. She was tight at me.
I mean, I think now I got a different I don't know. I like 747. I was heavily in it too. Not on the monetary side though, just did as much as I can to support and everything. But yeah, I was rocking with that ecosystem, man. I went to the FarCon event out in Cali. So that was amazing. Just tapped in, and to me, it's all about building network, man. Just building networks, building community together, growing. Yeah, shout out to Sursu, man. He's cooking up a bunch of different apps and tokens and ecosystems and games and all kind of stuff, man. He's forever building, and I think it's just a valuable community piece, man. So, but you never know. The thing about these coins, though, is I think like at any time we could pick them up and revive them if we need to, or something like that. The market sentiment, the eyes is not really on crypto at all right now. It's heavily on AI when it comes to emerging tech. But
so we're gonna bring back 747 on base.
If that happened, I would be right there pushing it again. Like, yeah,
I like that. I hope you hear that, Sirsu. We're coming back. Yuri, we're coming back. Okay. I'm gonna get her out of the mud. I didn't leave you behind, Sahara. But the first time I met her, I met her at the Black Blockchain Summit.
Yeah.
At DC, and she had a table there talking about her project, which is pretty cool. And then I saw her again in Austin at South by the following year. She was at ETH Denver this year too. Yeah, I did meet her in DC first. But that's cool. That's cool.
Yes,
She wasn't
sir.
mad anymore. I gave her a hug. I said, "Oh, I'm glad that we moved beyond the iRugby." Definitely was not intentional. I just like my mom lost $2,000 on 747 crash too. My mom was not happy. I was like,
Dang. I mean,
I don't give financial advice.
well, hey, it's all good. What happened? Did you just join at the end, or
Yeah, I think
the
she
peak,
just
or
picked up at closer to the top. And then the thing is that it like dumped and only went down more and more in value. I think she bought it before that FarCon event. And then after that FarCon event, there was no support, which is, I think, a shame, honestly, because I think we were definitely one of the more creator-driven tokens. But I think it's always like people want people to get behind the one thing, like, oh, why can't you guys just make some like higher, do more cool things, or why can't you guys get behind degen and create stuff? I think it's kind of the attitude as opposed to creating your own thing. But I'm just like, I feel like the more pluralistic, like the more things that we do, the more we support each other, the more reach we have collectively, right? And the more we're, proliferating the possibility, in the first place. But I think it's just like, sadly, not that way all the time. But I was gonna ask another question.
The coins are hard, man. The coins are hard. I know even my guy Z, he tried to dabble in some coins, and it was just like it's just a different ball game, the fungible token side, than any other crypto side, man.
I think the DAO that I would say I like the most, like Friends with Benefits, is probably the DAO I like the most that's done a good job. I think them having like the A16Z, right? They came in and bought maybe it was like more than 100K of their token or some shit like that. I don't know. In like 2021, I think. And so that gave them a lot of capital, and people are then holding the token, assuming that other people want to, like, you have to have a certain amount to be a member of the Discord. And I kind of liked that it was like people provide liquidity to be able to participate. And the more people want to participate, like the more the value of those tokens are. But you can always change the threshold for participation, right? So it could become 1 at one point, right? But it's because people are holding so many. And so I kind of like that model. I think it would be better if it were like then as the number that you need goes down, instead of people selling it, their tokens actually get burned. So there's actually fewer in circulation. So their tokens increase in value, like with the market, and it kind of forces the price point up, while also diminishing the number of tokens you have to hold. But I don't know. I think those mechanics were kind of interesting because they did actually create an ecosystem with demand. Like, and I mean, I put in my tokens and I bought some, and I was in there, and I got like a DAO prop pass. They gave me some funding, so I think it was a cool model. I think more like somebody could have been there specifically to manage and oversee proposals and support people with proposals. I think I put my prop through and I really underdelivered, I would say. And I would say that I was pretty avoidant and not really best. Like, I didn't do a good job of managing my team around it either, or holding them accountable. And I kind of just got avoidant about it and focused on other stuff. And I don't know. I think somebody poking me a little bit more would have had things wind up a little bit more tidier. But I think it's like, I'm not saying it's not my fault. Like, it's 100% my fault, right? But I think that people would put up more proposals, and I think that more of them would be successful in general if the DAO had like somebody who was really committed to them all, like, succeeding.
Yeah.
Because I definitely think my thing going well would have been a benefit to them too, right? So they do have some kind of horse in the race, and they can say we had to, come and micromanage you. You're not going to get funding again, but still be able to make the most of the fact that they gave me money.
Right.
So
interesting, man. Everybody's just experimenting, and still have been some things,
right? And so ideally, as we start to do more of like this video journalism stuff, right? Say we actually do end up, like, say we do like a $100 a month stipend for people in Nigeria to go out and ask questions about this electricity stuff, right? It kind of gives me a sense of like, how do I proactively make sure they're doing what they say they're going to do, and not like something's wrong, but it's just like, I think sometimes people appreciate support when they encounter roadblocks or bottlenecks or something they're not sure how to tackle or manage. And
I love it. Maseo, man, we hit the hour. We an hour in. That was a solid conversation. I'm not mad at it.
Are you game to watch one more video on my YouTube before we go?
You gonna have, no, because if I pull up another tab on here, it's going to be GG's for the. I'm gonna be.
Okay, yeah, I get that. I'm a little bit nervous myself, I'm like, it says I could play like a video file, but I don't even know where like my adapter is for my hard drive.
We can do we can get it though. Send me the link and I'll queue it up for next time for sure.
I'm
But
trying
I
to
like
share my
that.
screen right now.
Oh, you are? I don't see it.
Not yet, but it's coming.
Squad in the building. What's good, family? What's good? What's good? Z had to dip on out. He was here earlier, but yeah, man, it's good to see you. What's going on?
We're about to see my computer lag like crazy, I feel like.
My guy Papa Brown's in the building. Said we good, fam. We good. I love to see it. That's what's up. That is what's up. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on my end. Let's say,
You can't see my screen?
no. You have to present it and then I'll pull it up on stage or whatever. But I don't see anything.
I pressed it. Let me come back. The browser can't access your screen. What is it? I'm gonna press it again. Share screen.
Security features got you locked down, my guy.
No, it was working though for a second. Can you see now?
No, it'll unless it's my computer tripping. It could be.
No. Okay, now it says it's doing it.
There we go. Got you.
Damn. Can you see
Look
YouTube
at all
now?
them tabs. It's loading. There it goes.
Look at us. It's kind of meta.
Inception, yeah. It's too funny, that you say that, because like the young homies on Twitch, they be doing that just back and forth all stream long, and that's just the norm.
What
I
that
love it.
stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Am I late for something?
Hey.
Freestyle BKs.
But I can't tell
Anyone around?
I'm live on my Game in the World.
I'm on a corner and they're having a function. Saying, what's your name? I'm gonna jump in.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
You want me to hold that shit? Yeah, I got you. Fuck yeah.
Oh, I appreciate you catching that. Damn. It's not my mic, it's not my mic, my cam, or even the vape. If I drop any of this, somebody would hate. Now I'm here on the corner of Santa Fe, and I ain't dropping bars with this guy details. And what's your name,
High
homie?
leg, yo, high leg.
Out here with High Leg too. He's out here with the people.
You gotta hold that up. Take two.
Cable loose. It's like a character named Cable or something. I can't remember what it was, but it's something. I'm on a corner and they're having a function. Now I'm on a camera and this thing is really bumping. I'm a different type of cat. I'm really sleep, wake up, smoke weed, go back to damn. Oh, I could have said anything. I'm out here and I'm rapping. There's a bounty up to be rapping. I'm freestyle about this platform called Big Story. It didn't happen. I guess this is that thing. So I've been throwing up these $100 bounties. Anyone around the globe, you can come and claim it. Go outside, ask some questions, do it on video, do it with blessings. You know, you just need to flag and finesse it. Ask them the right things, let them believe their impression. You can talk about it, how to go on a platform and mic. Do an interview daily on site. What's the question this week? Make you smile. Okay. Once in a while, I drop bars. This is really spontaneous. I honestly probably would have forgot I said I'd do this because I always do to follow through the way I should, the way I say I will is true. But I guess I'm getting realer and realer. I planned out some time on my calendar this week. I said, I'm going to do it this time. That way, at least I'll know if I did it when the time passes. I guess I'm getting more organized, more robust. Yeah, I'm a this BK guy on the corner. Freestyling about whatever I want. Yeah, I said I had freestyle, so I did it for Timmy, and I didn't read first. Boom.
That's fire. That's going in. I dig it.
I appreciate you watching my little freestyle.
Mic drop. Mic drop. I dig that. No, I keep cooking.
Was it lagging a lot? Was it like
Maybe. We'll have to watch it back on stream and see. But I think it was okay. I think a couple of parts of the video, the audio was cool, but yeah.
How do I stop my screen? Okay, there we go.
All right, man. We're gonna get up out of here.
Do you have any final
Fireside
words
Chat
for
number
people?
1. Just keep being great, y'all. Keep being great. Stay consistent, man. And you know what I like to always say. The fountain of youth is movement. You know, move your body, move your minds. Drink some water. It's all good. We're gonna be all right.
We
What
gonna
about you?
be all right.
We gonna be all right.
You killed it. I'm excited.
Quad
with
Squad.
that.
What my guy said, Quad Squad over in my chat, he said, I'm gonna collab with you, Marcel. So I'm gonna get
Okay,
you.
yeah, hit me
I'll
up.
make beats.
Send them through. I'll freestyle on stream. That's the kind of vibe.
That's lit. All right, y'all. Chat, you guys are goated. Appreciate you. You guys coming through. Let's talk about ETH around the world. Fireside Chat number 1. We out of here. Catch us when we live again. Marcel, when we live again.
I think next week we're talking about playing Sartorius's game. I think that's what it is, like The Wolf Among Us or something like that. I don't know exactly what it's called. And then that following day, next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we have Kiba on. Kiba has been traveling around the world as a nomad. He was building kind of like there's like that. What's that thing people were carrying around with like a little pet on it? Tamagotchi. Building like a Tamagotchi crypto kind of game a while ago. What he's been focused on now, he actually has like a co-living facility in Japan, in Nagano, Japan. And he's been bringing out technologists, creatives, and buying up houses out there to actually build like a permanent nomadic hub for people in crypto. And he's super sick. He's a black guy from New York. So I'm super excited to have him on to talk about what he's been building with people around the world, and especially connecting with people from Asia, right, who are building in crypto. So that'll be super sick. You guys should definitely stay tuned for it. Shout out to Kiba.
That's what's up. Love it. All right, y'all. We out of here. We'll catch you next time. Have a good night. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.